I lose my purse, and I lose my money. And I never did have to lose so much money, but true, I did frighten for the purse. I lose everything. Everything. This new crowd, I like a white wine. I joke, yeah. This is the ginger ale, the Schweppes ginger ale. Yeah, you can see the bubbles. Room temperature. Yeah, I don't drink wine unless it's communion really, and the very rare occasions I'm at some what do you call it now? One of those events. Yeah. But this is just for the aesthetics of this video and just because I'm enough. Yeah, just because I'm enough. This is me telling you guys about the time when I was just simple. I was just simple and scared. Oh, you guys probably distracting you guys. So I did something with my hair, and the residue of the cream and stuff still in my hair. I recently learned from a TikTok that I was watching the other day how you can tell whether or not the residue of product is gonna be in your hair when doing a style. I'm probably gonna do it in a video one day, but it's really true. Basically mixing the gel and the product and seeing if it blends in well together. Anyways, that's for next day. This is me telling a story about the time I was simple. So it was in high school. I was in 7th grade, probably like 2 months or so into high school, and it was early in the morning. My bus driver, I think I was late to school, yeah, and he dropped me off at the back gate. And I think usually when you're late, they're supposed to close the back gate, but I don't know if the security guard never remember or what, but the back gate was open, so I'm gonna walk through the back gate, because when you walk through the front gate, you get stopped by prefects, teachers, whatever, and you have to sign some book and whatever. But anyways, I walked in through the back gate, and I was walking like the way how my school is set up. There's like this whole back corner that you can take to go around the school. So I basically did that to go to my class, because I was trying to avoid as many teachers, as many prefects or students or whatever as possible. So I was walking, and I ended up being approached by three girls. I think they were in like 10th grade, and they basically cornered me into a wall, and they're like, oh, yeah, freshers or yeah, youngins or something. I don't remember the term they used. In the midst of all of that, this girl, she started push up her breast in my face, and I said, oh, I think I was saying leave me alone or something. And I guess the main girl or whatever, she's like, oh, she feels she bad, and she starts push up her breast in my face, and I'm like, hello. And then this girl after she did that, she have the audacity to be like, oh, yeah, sodomite, yeah, lesbian. And I'm like, what? You're the one who, I'm just like, you're the one who is forcing your bosom in my face. How it reach upon me? Anyways, I never answer her, and then they started like doing some like shove and saying other stuff. I don't really remember what it was. And one of them ended up pulling my bag, pulling the small part of my bag, and took out my purse. So flashback, anyways, backstory on the purse. So I found this nice cute pink purse in my house, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna carry this to school, I'm gonna put my money in it, whatever. And you know, my mom gave me lunch money for the day, so that was in my purse. And then I don't know what flew up in my head, through my fine purse, I'm gonna say, oh, some money that I had saved or whatever, I took out some of it and I put it in the purse. So I had like about 2,000 something in my purse, or $3,000 or whatever. So me, giddy and frightened, and I go to school with my pink purse and whatever, have it in the front part of my bag, everything. So yeah, they took out the same purse. And like the main girl, the one who was pushing up her breast in my face, she's like, oh, where you get this purse from? This look like my purse I'm gonna lose the other day and whatever. And then the other two girls, I met them and say, let's call the girl Mishi or whatever. Yeah, Mishi. So the other two girls were like, yeah, Mishi, remember say I did have a pink purse, I wanna know what happened to it and whatever. No, I don't know if it was like a get up, like their get up to be like, oh yeah, them find something and them gonna be like, oh yeah, them did lose it, and make it look like say I'm the thief or whatever. Or Mishi was like playing everybody, making it seem like she didn't really lose her purse, and then her friend them a back her up because she friend them. I don't know, but I'm just like, it's my purse, like it's mine. So I'm trying to say it's my purse, but obviously no one cares, right? No one cares. So I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are saying, Tony, why you never scream? Why you never run? Why you never, something? Why you never do something, right? I was just timid. Like I was coming in prep school, I was always like very confident and everything. And I don't know what happened when I came into 7th grade, because I'm coming from a prep school. The amount of people in the school was really small. Like everyone practically knew everybody. And jumping into high school where it was like 40 odd people in a class, culture shock. 8 classes per grade level, culture shock. Like around over 1,000 students in the school, culture shock. So I felt very intimidated in 7th grade. Like I was very timid. I was very, I tried to keep to myself as much as possible and everything. So I was really scared. I couldn't even scream. It's like it never coming on my head for scream at the moment, It's kind of blurry in terms of that, but I just knew I never really do anything. And then there were older girls, and it was 3 of them. Me one, I can't fight 3 girls. I can't do it. And it's like I'm 5'3" now, and I'm pretty sure in 7th grade I don't think I did reach 5. I don't think I did reach 5 feet yet, or probably just approaching it or whatever. And these girls were tall and they were like big in body and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I was fat, but like them they just big and intimidating. So I didn't do squat, and then basically just take my purse and gone. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I lose my purse and I lose my money, and I never did have to lose so much money, but true, I did frighten for the purse. I lose everything. So the story not really done yet. Well, it done in terms of I lose my money and purse and whatever, but I decided that I was going to go to the dean of discipline at the time and kind of tell her about the matter. But before I did that, I got to class, so I was ashamed. I was embarrassed, right? So I just went to class. I never told anybody. I just went straight to class and sat down, class going or whatever. Then lunchtime came. Girl never have any money, of course. So I went to my friends and I told them that I forgot my lunch money at home. I lied to my friends. I was like, yeah, I left my lunch money at home, so can you guys like if you guys have any money to spare, I can like buy food or something. And I have like the bestest of friends. Like they gave me, each of them gave like $100 whatever. I was able to buy box food, box food. I was able to buy box food and a drink, and even have surplus for buy water. Yeah, so good friends. Me and them are still friends now, so big up on yourself. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm so sorry. As I said, what am I saying? I haven't told anyone about this. Even mother gonna watch this and be like, yeah. So lunchtime came and whatever, and I think, when did I report it? When did I go? I think I asked to go to the bathroom during one of my classes after lunch, and then I went to the dean of discipline office. And I went to her and I was telling her the situation that happened in the morning and blah blah blah. And she's there making her notes and everything. And then she's like, do you know the names of these girls? And I'm like, no. And I was like ready to describe them, because I just want to describe them so they can just get in trouble or give them out my purse or whatever, and then done. I thought, the dean of discipline was gonna, just deal with it and then probably just call me on the intercom or whatever and just give me back my purse. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought it was just that simple. And then what happened? Oh, I went to the bathroom. Yeah, I was actually going to go to the bathroom. So after I went to dinner discipline, I actually went to the bathroom, and lo and behold, one of the girl them that did approach me in the morning, she ma buck up in the bathroom, and I'm just like, it wasn't even one of the bathrooms close to like the 10th grade block. It was closer to my block. I'm just like, what is she doing here? So anyways, I saw her. I just act like somebody never see her go use the bathroom, and I guess she was waiting on me, which is weird. So as soon as I came out and I was washing my hands, she come up beside me, by the sink, and she's like, oh, make sure you not tell nobody nothing, or keep your mouth shut, or blah blah blah, and you're not gonna like what got next and blah blah blah. No, I was just so over it, and I was like, okay, alright. So the next day, no, I thought that, you know, I don't hear from the dean or anything, so I'm just like, okay, it's done. She saw me, and then she was like, oh, can you visit my office at such and such time? And so I'm back in the dean's office. So she's like, oh, before we go on lunch break or whatever, I'm gonna follow you to the different 10th grade classes so you can point out, indicate which girls bullied you or approached you or whatever. So at this point, I am trembling, I am shaking, I am petrified. Yeah. I am scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, the girl warned me yesterday, say yo. And you just know the saying, like, informer ago and snitches get. So I'm just like, I don't want to die, I don't want stitches, you know. So I was like, no, this is not what I want. Like, I don't want. I was like, no, I don't want it to go down like this. And you know, this is just a bad start to high school, like a bad start. So we'll go in a different class, them and be like, yeah, she did it. Ooh. No, I was not gonna do that. So I was like, you know what, this is just something I'm gonna have to stuff up and just, you know, deal with myself or just forget about it. Yeah. It's like, you know, your whole life flashed before your eyes when you have like a near-death experience. My whole high school life flashed before my eyes. I wasn't gonna do it. So yeah, so eventually she basically saw what I was saying, and she was like, okay, you know what, I'll let it go because I understand. And you know, she started like she was like being a guidance counselor in a moment, you know, telling me that the adjustment to high school isn't easy. And you know, so I think the next day, yeah, this whole thing kind of spanned through 3 days. So why I'm adding this next part is because the following day, as I said before, my friends and I usually hang out after school. I was the last to go home that day, and I'm just there. I think I was reading a book or something, waiting for my driver to come, and who that must see a bus around the corner? No, Mishi. So I'm like, why can't I get a break? Like, why can't I get a break? And she's going around the corner. In my head, I'm just like, okay, is she alone? Or maybe I can take her. You know, maybe I can take her because is she alone coming around the corner or whatever? This girl, she just cut her eye off on me, and then she flings something on the ground. So when I see it, I realized it was my pink purse. So one man was saying to ask her why she giving me this back, not her purse or whatever, but the other side of me was like, you know what, keep your mouth shut. So of course that was rude, disrespectful and everything. I opened the purse, no money was in there, but she gave me back the purse. So I was like, okay, thanks, I guess. Yeah, and that was the end of that. So that is the story. That is the story of when I was bullied out of my own money, out of my own purse, when I was weak. But I guarantee you, after that incident, simple wear. You crazy? It's like I got back that feisty personality that I had from prep school. I never made an incident like that. Well, I didn't make that incident happen, but I became more defensive and I started to stand my ground even more, right? There were a few other times at my prominent high school where older students would, like, you know, take advantage of my classmates or myself individually, personally, and I just never let it happen. Like, I made them know point blank that I'm a loud person and that I wasn't going to take anything and whatever. And you know that proverb that says soft answer turns away wrath and a harsh one stirs it up. No, that works in a lot of instances. However, there is this mentality of persons where if you are too soft-spoken or too conservative in your approach, in your mannerism, they take advantage of you, and sometimes you have to like come out very defensive, very loud, and you know, I don't like to get like that. I really don't like to get like that. But sometimes you have to in order to gain respect. It's not right, but that's what I learned over the years, right? But that incident woke me up.